Better days, it drives you nuts, Ross, as you study speed seduction and then freeze up or just don't deliver speed seduction properly. I know Discovery Channel, BJ, and IC pattern, but it's so frustrating when you just don't absorb the learning.
Okay,
It
let me
takes
address this.
practice. No
Let
matter
me
what.
practice, but let me address this. So what he's mentioning are incredible connection, the blowjob pattern, and Discovery Channel pattern. These are patterns I came up with in 1995 when speed seduction was about long recitations. So 1995 is almost 30 years ago. No, how 95 is what? Yeah, it's 2024. It's a long time. I have trimmed and slimmed down speed seduction, so you don't need to memorize nearly as much. All you need is like heart on sleeve, it's 3 minutes. The laughter pattern is 3 minutes, and maybe I've trimmed and slimmed it down that you don't have to worry about memorizing nearly so much. Again, this will tell you word for word if you're out in the field and you're stuck and go, what do I say next? Pop into the bathroom, ask the bot the question. It'll tell you exactly the language pattern. And it's very short, very small. So that's number one. Number two, I'm going to hammer this home again and again and again. What frame of mind are you in? What are you doing to prepare your mind? How are you visualizing success? What's your attitude and definition of success? And do you have a system in place where you can learn from every experience when the coach isn't there? What is the learn? And this is also applies to sales, because I'm also now, I'm also have mapped it over into selling. And every sales training I've seen out there, I've been to so many self-improvement seminars, and they say, just learn from your mistakes. That's great, but no one gives you a process. So one of the things I've added in over the last 5 or 6 years is a process to learn from your mistakes by first noticing what you've done right. Now, you can notice what you've done right intrapersonally in terms of how you prepared yourself, interpersonally, how you've interacted with other people. You can notice what you've done right in your preparation, what you've done right in the beginning, what you've done that you return to recursively, because there are aspects of speed seduction where you do it all the time, and sometimes you have to return to it. So I've got those different categories, and some of the way, sort of similar to the way Erik has it in approaching a woman. I just categorize how you can learn from your experience. So that would be my answer to that.
My thoughts on that are, if you do something wrong a dozen times in a night, the pathway of what you should have done will reveal itself for the next day. It's an idea.
What's an idea?
It's a soundbite anyway.
Oh, I know about sound bites. It's how I got on TV shows in the 90s.
Yeah, yeah.
Next one. Zeus Williams, genuine question for mystery. Why don't you use NLP concepts in your model? What's stopping you? Why do you drag a session for 6 hours?
Right. It's 4 to 10 hours is the average pickup if you backwards rationalize hundreds of successes. Remember, I've had the good fortune of traveling the world and meeting scores of proficient pickup artists around the world. So I've noticed that they all share a commonality, the good ones, at least the ones that look good to me. They all had a laugh track in their pickups. The serious pickup is not nearly as impactful as a laugh track throughout all the way to the bedroom.
I agree.
If there's no laughing in your set, I believe you're doing something wrong, son.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. I agree 100%.
Even negs. Negs, the result of a neg, the big controversy of a neg is laughter. If the neg hits, they're laughing. If you say, oh, you're on the fence. What? There's a fence? Yep. And you're on it. You can come or go. Don't know. She's like being put on the spot. It's just a frame, a little compliance test, a little frame to set for fun, right? And she has to, accept that frame that you've set, right? That's half the fun of teasing. The reaction should be, oh, I can't believe you just said that. Oh, you know, almost like it's a subtle, slight social violation, you know, from pure rapport. You're breaking
I don't
rapport.
know enough of, I don't really know. It's totally inappropriate for me to define what an egg is. That's your baby. And so I'm not going to do it.
Fair.
I'm not. My misinterpretation of what others have said to me is that sometimes if it's not delivered skillfully, I'm sure you deliver it
And
skillfully.
it comes off as an insult.
Well,
Insults are not next.
yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Well, I'm not out to insult women.
No,
That's
me
my
neither.
intention, never was. In fact, the definition of the neg that you've most likely read is a neg of the neg. It's just someone had written it. I'm the one who took the time to define a neg. A neg is a statement or action to briefly disqualify oneself from being considered a potential suitor. That's what it is. So if I go to blow my nose, I'm not trying to make a girl feel small. I'm just blowing my nose in front of her, right? But what that shows her is that I'm not after her.
Why? What is wrong, Eric?
It
Eric, I really
demonstrates
mean this
that
from the
I'm not needy.
from the heart.
Hmm?
What is ineffective if you can do it with a sense of humor, and if you can do it with balls,
Yeah.
over and over and over, I've had women say to me, "Your balls," and telling me. Now, I don't give a direct compliment. I wouldn't say to a woman, "You're so beautiful.
No.
Come talk to you." I would say something like, you know, when I saw you, I thought to myself, she probably gets approached 100 times a month. Come up with something different and see if she has a sense of humor that would make her fun to mess with for a minute.
Yeah.
I implied the compliment. I implied the compliment. If you do it skillfully and you imply the compliment, because again, I'll make this point again, what you get a person to imagine for themselves will be perceived by them as being their own thought. Now, there's a few ways to do it. You can be vague, so they don't know exactly who's it being applied to. You can use implication. So my statement is you can be direct. You can even give a compliment that's implied without directly saying it. There's you can express interest. If you know how to do it, if you have the skill set. See, one of the things I've learned is over the years, as I mature as a teacher and a thinker, nothing I say is true with a capital T. It's only my model. It's only my map. And where we get confused is where we try to drive on the map or we try to eat the menu rather than the meal. And I'm saying that maybe there's something on my map that enables people to do things that might not be possible on your own. I can tell you over and over and over, if you do it right, if you do it right, if you do it right, you can be direct.
Never, I mean, you haven't taken, you never came into a club with us. You have negative connotations to clubs. I have positive references. That's why I've continued to do them. I'm 52 years old. I went out
congratulate you for it. I don't like noise. I don't like noise.
It's
I
so
don't
much
like
fun. It's fun to
Tiger. The only club that Baxter ever took me to is Tiger in London. I
Oh
had to
God,
leave
no.
within a minute because the
Oh,
noise
but
was
Understandable.
so loud.
there.
The noise
Tiger,
was
fuck.
so loud.
Man,
It is, but the
Tiger,
women are beautiful,
fuck
and
that
you work
place.
for a 3-minute set and get them to the quiet area.
Maybe it's my brain. I have damage to the left parietal lobe of my brain. It's the part that processes sound. So I'm overwhelmed by loud noise. I don't even like the leaf blower outside my window in the morning. I have to wear ear protectors. So I just can't take the noise.
Fair.
That's
Last night we had one of the clubs was loud, but I had fun in there, pulled girls. We went to an after hours place where they got to meet up with them again. So it all, you know, it all seemed to work itself out.
I'm in
Yes,
bed.
they're
I'm in
loud.
bed by 11 a.m. After hours for me would be torture, unless it's Scarlett Johansson and Margot Robbie banging down my door to think of new ways to be nice to me. Do you have any more questions?